What's up, everyone? So I wanted to try something new and give you all a glimpse into the day in the life of a guy working two full-time jobs. So today I've got to drive about 60 miles from my house and service a store, build whatever they got. So let's get it. Now, this is a little PSA. Please don't throw your slushies out the window. There are people driving behind you, and as much as I enjoy your slushie or your coffee on my windshield, you could have waited 20 minutes and kept it in a cup holder long enough to get to the gas station. So there's that. At least the fog's not as bad as it was. I mean, it did look like Silent Hill for a little while there. But got about, let's see, okay, got about 25 minutes left. So, not too bad of a drive. At least it's an easy store today, so that's a plus. So a lot of people ask me, why do you do this? Why do you overwork yourself? And I'm not really overworking myself. So my first job, which is 36 hours a week in a warehouse, it pays all my essential bills. So lights, water, rent, groceries, all that fun stuff. My second job, three main factors play into that. So flexibility, unlimited earning potential, and convenience. So let's start with flexibility. Let's say, for instance, for example, I'm taking a week-long trip to Japan here soon. I literally told my boss, hey, I'm taking a week-long trip to Japan. He said, okay, don't worry about it. Now, with this job, I don't earn PTO until after I've been with the company for a year. But it's one of those, it's like an I-9 job. So a contractor or a vendor job that's I-9, but I'm W-2. So there's plenty of techs in the area. I'm kind of a filler tech, as you could say. So I service across three states, Kentucky, Indiana, and Tennessee. So right where I'm at, I'm kind of in the trifecta of areas that I can service. So I've got plenty of options. But also with flexibility coming in and me telling them, hey, I'm taking a week-long trip to Japan, I don't have to worry. They're not going to schedule me. Next will be convenience. So for convenience sake, let's say if they want me to drive 3 hours to a store, they have to pay my mileage, my hotel, and if I need it, a rental car if I'm driving 3 hours or more. Now, if I don't want to drive those 3 hours and I want to call and say, hey, I need a closer store, I don't feel like doing it, they will give me a closer store. They will ask what my comfort is as far as the distance I want to travel that day or the distance my vehicle can handle that day. And they'll go, okay, we'll schedule you for this store that's 45 minutes out. Awesome. I still get paid mileage. They don't have to pay for a hotel. They don't have to pay for a rental car. Next, of course, is unlimited earning potential. So in this job, I make piece frame. So let's say for a couple weeks ago, I showed up to a store and they told me, hey, build these 8 grills and then go out onto the patio area and build whatever furniture's out there. Build as much as you want. Go crazy. Make your money today. Fuck yeah. 7 hours later, I made about $600. That's not bad. So with that, I'm able to earn as much as I want. What's up, everyone? So it is currently 7:22 and we have made it to the location for the day. Hopefully this is the only stop and it'll be in and out. So I won't be able to record a lot in the store just because of their policies and everything. I'll try and get some pictures of what I'm building or what I have to build, and I'll try and get a couple pictures at the end of the day and insert those into the video. Alright, so it is now 8:23. I finally got a hold of somebody to figure out what needs built. This is the one thing that always irks me about this job. I mean, I enjoy it, don't get me wrong. But the fact that it takes an hour. Thankfully, I can charge for that. So if I'm waiting any more than 30 minutes, I charge. But it still bugs the crap out of me because I've essentially wasted an hour trying to get a hold of someone. Granted, I could have taken a turnaway and gone home, but I would have only made $75 for the day. Then it's not worth it at that point. So I'm waiting for them to pull the stuff now, and then gonna grab my tools and head on inside. So I'll see y'all after a while. Alright, it is 4 o'clock right now in the afternoon, and that was an absolute shit show. So let me explain what happened real quick. With my job, it's pretty simple. I show up, they're supposed to have things pulled and ready. They did not. I showed up at 7:22 in the morning, and it was 8:22 before manager got to me. And then it was 9:15 before I finally had stuff to build. So it was about 9:30 by the time I finally got my tools and everything in the store and set up. So that was an absolute shit show, but normally that's not how it goes. So total, I made $210 today after mileage. So whenever I get home, we'll sit down at my desk, calculate that out, and I'll let you know what happened, and we'll go from there. What's up, everyone? So it is about 8:30 right now. I got home at about 6:15. So I'm going to go ahead and break down what I made for the day build-wise, and then convert that into hourly. So build-wise, I made $204 at the end of the day. After mileage, which was $13.92, I made $217.92 for the day. So, with that, if you break it down, let's be generous, because 8:22 I started, at 2:25 I hit stop on my app, my work app. So we'll say about 6 hours worth of work. That brings my total to $36.32 if we divide that up. That's not a bad day, but granted, I did lose an hour. I would have been done within 5 hours. So if we take 217.92 divided by 5, that would have brought my total to $43.98 an hour. So, reason I got home at about 6:30, I made a couple stops along the way. I got some 3D printing filament. If you can't see behind, if you can't tell from behind me, I do a lot of 3D printing. So I'm going to try and include that in a lot of the vlogs as well. Surprisingly, I've got tomorrow off, which is rare. I think that's because my CSM that normally schedules me had today off. So I had an oddball in the office today. Someone who I haven't worked with before. I'm not going to take that for granted. I'm actually going to probably go hang out with some friends, help them tomorrow with building a gaming table. So I may get some shots of that tomorrow, as well as some 3D printing. I've also finished a couple props, so I may get them painted. I've got one of the keys from Lord of the Rings, I believe this is. And then I've got my Blades of Chaos. Well, one Blade of Chaos, I should say. It looks more like the Blade of McDonald's, because all I had was red and yellow. But I'll show that off tomorrow. So, take care, have a great day, night, whatever time it is.
Be sure to like, follow, subscribe, and check out the link down below if you want to help support the channel. I've got some awesome discounts you can get, whether it's on 3D printers with FlashForge or some awesome energy drinks with Advanced GG. If you use the link in my bio, or if you use the code 3D at checkout of Advanced GG, you can save 10% off. So, have a great night, stay safe, and just remember, don't be an asshole.